plant some seeds, yeah, get them moving. I'm just doing my shit, ain't no point that I'm proving. I'm just tapped into myself, ain't no way, and I'm just human.
What's good, y'all? So I'm finna talk about how to tap into yourself. Alright, so let's get it. Number one, I think I should do this at a park. Yeah, I'm actually about to go to the Arboretum because I pass it, so I'm going to go to the park. So I'm gonna be right back with it. Alright, so I'm at the Arboretum with it, so I think I'm just gonna walk around till I find a good spot to sit in. Alright, so how to tap into yourself. Well, I really can't tell you how to tap into yourself because you are your own person. You're your own energy. You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you how to do anything for you. But what I can tell you is how I tapped into myself, and maybe what I do. You can use the tools, or you can use the tools that I used in a way that works for you. So keep that in mind while you watch this video. Oh, perfect. All right, but so look, got the 432 Hertz shirt on. Shout out to Wade link in the back. This is not my shirt. This is actually Marcus 432 shirt. I'll put the link in the description if you want to buy one, if you're interested in it. But this is not mine at all. Alright, so anyway, what I do to tap into myself? Well, number one, meditate. Meditation is more than just, sitting with yourself and your thoughts. Not everybody can actually do that. Not everybody can sit here like this, not everybody can do that for a long period of time, and sometimes I struggle with pushing a certain time frame. So, but that's my end goal when I meditate, is to meditate and sit there for a long period of time and just observe my thoughts till there are none. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff will come to you when you meditate. Certain knowledge, information, past thinking, patterns, illusions, dreams, ideas, goals, other people, you know what I'm saying, like other energies. So when you meditate, you're tapping into that source, that energy field of all that information, really. So when I meditate, I sit there and I breathe. I start with deep breaths until I get into a rhythm of breathing, and I just observe my thinking. And what's helpful with me when I meditate is if I can hear myself thinking of a certain. So when I meditate, what I do is when I get a certain idea or thought that intrigues me, I write it down. So because you have to ask yourself, if I'm sitting here just observing my thoughts, I'm not doing anything, and these thoughts and ideas come to me, some of them I have to write down because it's sometimes it could be random, sometimes it could be beneficial and important. So keep that in mind. Next is journaling. So I just picked up this journal. I like how it says Voyager notebook. Go Stream Voyager, by the way. I just picked up this journal at Barnes & Noble's. It didn't come with the pen. I put it in there, okay? But journaling for me helps me tap into myself, helps me tap into that energy and that field. I got about 3, 1, 2, 3. This is my fourth journal. I think what I'm gonna do with these journals though, I'll probably put them all in a time capsule, bury it underground, and then put that energy out there to say whoever needs to find this will find it and open it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey creature. Oh look, it's a what's the name? Oh, he gone. What's the things called? They small and they look like a little hamster, but they're not hamsters. They're not a gerbil. I feel like it starts with a G though. Oh, bro, what's that name? Anyway, with the journaling, like I said in the beginning of that video, everybody's different, so this helps for me. But if you want to try the journaling, this is what I do that works for me. So every day I wake up, I meditate, I journal in those two orders. Not every day is gonna go that way, but I try to keep it that way. That's my routine to help me tap into myself on a daily basis, to stay tapped into that energy, because it can't go away, especially with the world we live in. When I journal, I write the date and I write the time, because it could be, you know, this stuff can, when you go back to it, could be really significant. So write the date, I write the time, and then I express my gratitude for, you know, waking up. You know, I express my gratitude for, you know, safe astral travels. You know, I express my gratitude for another day, basically, you know, just to be here. Then I will just write, you know, whatever I'm feeling. Also keep a second journal for dreams. That's a whole separate journal. And I have like a set of journals for specifically set aside for dreams. So if you want to journal, for me, what I do is I got a journal for my thoughts and my feelings. I got a journal for my dreams, and I also have a journal for specific knowledge and information that I want to, you know, go back and refer to and study up on. So journaling for me is super important for tapping into to that energy, into my energy, into source. So that's what helps me tap into myself, is having those journals for different things. You know what I'm saying? In the morning, like I said, I write the date, time, express my gratitude, then I write how I'm feeling, or how I felt the night before, or how I'm feeling, you know, or how I want the day to go, or, you know, I'll say, you know, today I'm gonna make, say if I want to have a money goal, I'll say I'll write it down. This what I'm gonna do today. This how much money I'm gonna make. This what I'm gonna let go of today. This what I'm gonna stop doing today. I will write that down. And after that, well, actually before that, and even before I meditate, I'll do the dream journal. That's where I will incorporate the dream journal. Is if I have a dream, even if I don't have a dream, I'll make a note of it. I'll write in my journal. I didn't have a dream today. No dreams that I can remember. I had a dream, but I can't remember what it's about. See what I'm saying? So that's what I would do in my dream journals. Then I'll meditate. Then I'll write in my regular journal. Write how I'm feeling, how I want the day to go. You know what I'm saying? Write about that. And then sometimes I will go back to this journal during the day and express, you know, certain things that happened that, you know, had a certain effect on me, or certain things that I enjoyed about the day, or a certain event that took place during the day. I always refer back to the journal during the day. That way I can just keep note and, you know, write that down. Writing stuff down in general, it's you manifesting. There's something powerful about a pen to a paper. Your hand writing on a paper is something very magical about it. So keep that in mind when tapping into yourself. You don't have to do it the way I do it. You know, I see people who don't do it the way that I do it, and I love that because it works for them. You know, we are all the same, and we are all connected to one source. But at the end of the day, yes, we are different. I'm not you, and you are not me, but I am you, and you are me. I'm a reflection of you, and you are a reflection of me. But yes, we are different. You just have to do what works for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to do what kind of writing will benefit you to tap into yourself and your energy. Okay? nature, getting out into nature. I enjoy nature so much. I'm an earth sign, so I like nature. The divine feminine. Sitting out here, getting out in nature, going for a walk in your neighborhood is even the same thing. It's just you're outside with it. Just be outside with it. You don't have to sit in the park and meditate if you know that you can't sit in the park and meditate. Like I said, what works for me might not work for you, but keep the same ideology and work around it that fits for you. I just like to get outside, no matter how long. Some days I can't, some days I can, some days the whole day I can't. It just really depends on what's going on the day. Like, you create your reality, you create your day, so it's really how you want the day to flow. So, what works for me when getting outside in nature, what works for me is going for walks, not taking my phone, not listening to no music, just going on a walk and listening to nature, listening to the birds, listening to the flies that fly by me, looking at the trees. Trees are alive, so you can sense the energy from the trees just by looking at it, just really listening. Like, you ever go for a walk and then come back and you have the fucking brilliant idea? You just tapped into yourself. It can be that simple. Sitting in the grass, really grounding, and it's different from just being outside versus being outside in nature. Yeah, you can be outside, like I said, you can go for a walk in your neighborhood, that's okay. But being outside and being around a lot of energy, trying to do it, if they're not doing the same thing, it kind of just deter you from what your focus is, and that's to tap into your energy. So, like I said, what works for me may not work for you. Man, you scared me. Fairies can turn into dragonflies. I can be another form. So, keep that in mind if you've seen a lot of dragonflies lately. It's probably your fairies. Sorry, I got into my flow. Like I'm just sitting here, like, outside with it, and it's peaceful. I'm tapping into me, tapping into myself the way I know how. So far I've covered how I tap into myself is meditation, journaling, and nature. Number 4, how I tap into myself. I talk to myself, goddammit. I talk to myself. I really talk to myself. How do I talk to myself? I can't really tell you. I just talk to myself. I really just talk to myself. Even in my head, I talk to myself. God is within me. God is within you. So, who do you talk to? When you talk to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people think that because if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. Man, nah. Bro, you're just talking to you. You're talking to God. You are God. So don't think nothing. Don't think that you're crazy if you talk to yourself. You're your best friend and your worst enemy. I tell myself how I feel when certain people come around. I tell myself I don't like the energy in here. I tell myself of certain ideas or certain visions that I want to happen. Just talk to yourself. Talking to yourself is the same thing as journaling. You're just writing it down, basically, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. Number 5. So we got meditation, we got journaling, we got nature, being out in nature, we got talk to yourself, and then 5, eating light. By being a light body. By my body feeling and being light. Eating healthy, eating right, working out. I know that may sound just, normal, cliche, everyday shit, but if you want to tap into yourself, try it. But put it in a different perspective. Eating right, eating healthy, eating light foods. When you eat light, your energy it's more easy to flow, basically. You're not being held down by heavy food. So you ever eat like a good meal and you feel tired after, especially with like soul food? Oh man, I love me some good soul food, but the way I feel after, you just be feeling stuck, and I don't like feeling like that. Like, after you eat, you should feel, you should keep, at least to me, you should, keep that energy and keep going through the day. You just want to keep going. So, and I've experienced this on myself as well. So, say if I work a shift, I work at a grocery store, for example. So, say if I worked at like 8 to 4, right? And I'm over there eating. I'm on my first break and I ate a muffin. On my second break, I had a whole nice little lunch, some fries or something, a pizza. And then on my third break, I eat a cookie or something. And then, by the time I get off, I'm tired, don't want to do nothing. I just want to lay down, eat again, and then relax. You know what I'm saying? Versus, working that same 8 to 4, not eating none on my first break, eating a salad on my lunch, and then not eating none on my last break, and then getting off, and then, still having that energy to keep going. What you eat during the day, I feel like it does have an effect on how the energy of yourself flows, and how, certain information that should come to you will get to you easier and quicker. You know what I'm saying? Certain energy and information that needs to come to you will come to you, like, for sure. But it may come to you a little later, or a little slower, if your energy is not able to flow through. Just keep that in mind. Be mindful of what you eat. That's what I do. I be mindful of what I eat. That way I know of certain energies. That way I know that, like, I'm feeling light throughout the day. And if I don't feel light after I eat something, it's because I probably ate too much of it. Or if I don't feel light, it's probably because I'm snacking too much. Even snacking on light foods, snacking a lot, eating a lot of fruit during the day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's still not good for you. Also wanted to say, with meditating and eating, I like to not eat nothing before I meditate, so that way I can have a clear mind. Because when you eat certain foods, yes, I've experienced this for myself, that's why I'm saying it. So when you eat certain foods, your thinking can change. If you're eating, and try this on yourself as well. If you eat meat and you eat a burger, be mindful of what you think after you eat that burger and before you ate that burger. Be mindful of how you were feeling before you ate that burger and after you ate that burger. Just be mindful of what you do before you do something and after you do something. And if you see a switch in energies and in thoughts, what you put in you was an effect of the switch of energy. Just be mindful of that. It's getting hot, so I'm finna end this video. But I feel like that's it. I'm over here sweating, bro. It's getting hot. Sun hit my back. Sun hugging me from the back right now. So that's how I tap into myself. Number 1, meditate. Number 2, I journal. Number 3, I get out in nature. Number 4, I talk to myself. And number 5, I'm basically just being mindful, eating light. So that's some of the ways that I tap into myself. There's a lot of small, simple ways to tap into yourself, but like I said in the beginning of the video, you have to do what works for you. Everybody's different. Not everybody likes to sit there and meditate. Cooking is meditating. So if you like to cook a lot, make that your meditation. Make that meditative for you. Like my grandfather, he'd be outside mowing the grass every day. I feel like that's his meditation for him. So, just like I said, I keep repeating myself, but I repeat myself for a reason. So just do what works for you. Do what works for you to where it will help you tap into yourself. And know that when you're tapping into yourself, you're tapping into God. You're tapping into Source, because you already are connected to Source. So you're just tapping into that energy field. Okay? But that's it for this video. It's Young Lex, and I'm out. I also want to say, I feel like some people may ask, well, how do those things help you tap into yourself? And it's really, these things help me tap into myself by keeping me centered, by keeping me mindful, by keeping me, connected to Source. We are already connected to Source, But sometimes we lose that awareness, and these things help me, keep that awareness. And self-awareness for me is key for evolving in this lifetime. So that's how those things keep me in that place, in that mindset, and in that energy. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, add that in there as well.
It's a battlefield going on the low. Shout out to the ones that I'm calling patrols. Yeah, we throwing hands, yeah, we gon' throw them bows. I don't know about you, baby, but I'm from the cosmos.